It's Josh here from Raven Tactical. Sorry we haven't been able to get a video out to you guys in about a week and a half. Had training going on last weekend and getting ready for winter prep and all that's going on. So I just wanted to put out a call to be ready, a call to arms on getting prepared for November 4th and 5th. It's coming up this week. If you're not familiar with what's going on, Antifa, the Nazi party, I guess if you want to call it, all these extremist left groups, all the fascist groups, they're plotting and planning riots and like a day of rage, I guess, or a weekend of rage if you want to call it that. And it's kind of scary in a sense, like they actually posted this, put it out, and some people aren't even preparing for it. You don't really see it too much in the news. Like mainstream news hasn't really reported on it. I haven't seen it on Fox News much. Nobody seems to give Antifa the true history or the true meaning of what they are, and it's kind of sad. Antifa is a complete fascist group like all the rest of the leftist groups, and to not take them seriously would be fatal. They've been crowdfunding GoFundMe accounts, which is funny that GoFundMe allows them to raise money for arms and guns and all this, and the left-leaning groups and the left news gave them a pretty good response. They allowed them to be who they are. They're not actually stopping them, and they're giving them positive spin in the news. Colleges are giving them positive spin. These are the people who don't want your free speech, and instead of allowing free speech to happen, they go out and smash your free speech. So if you have a chance, check out Steve Crowder. He had a good in-depth video on they infiltrated an Antifa group, and they're pretty sophisticated. They all had kind of an app where they encrypted their communication to a point. They all were walking around with hidden concealed shanks and weapons, and one guy was talking about a short-barreled shotgun and how their AK if things kicked off. I mean, they're getting arrested at these little events. So the cops are trying to do their job the best they can. But this is a kind of a warning for everybody. My advice to you would be, you got to be prepared. I mean, you can make a choice. Is it better to go in looking for a fight, or is it better just to stay home? I guess that's up to you. My choice is I'd rather not go looking for a fight, but be ready for a fight in case one happens. Some groups out there, some militia organizations might actually go out trying to pick a fight to see if they can find someone. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that just brings out the wrong side of what we are. However, staying at home keeps you out of the fight. It keeps you safe, keeps your family alive, keeps your, everything from having to go bad. However, some people are going to want to go out. I mean, it's a free country. So in the sense that if you do want to do your shopping, if you do want to go out and Christmas shop or go out to dinner or go out there, don't let this stop you from going. But be prepared for what could happen. So in an instance, like say if you go to a restaurant, let's say this restaurant has a bar attached to it. It's a medium size. It's kind of, let's call it Denny's. Usually with a restaurant of that size, you only have one entrance for the public, and then you have stuff in the back for the cooks and stuff. Sit in an area where you can actually view the entrance, view the majority of the restaurant. Maybe you have a window, you can see out the window a little bit. I mean, if you're in town or you're in a city where the potential hazards of Antifa are supposed to be happening, then yeah, you're going to want to kind of keep aware. Don't, how would I put it? Don't pigeonhole yourself into a point where someone can surprise you from behind, or someone can surprise you and you have no idea what's going on. You want to take a very observant role if you're going to go out. As far as carrying a weapon or carrying how you do it, concealed carry or open carry is fine with me. I would never discourage anyone either way. What I would recommend with this coming up is that you kind of broaden it a little bit. If you're not often carrying medical supplies, or how I would call it, if you're not carrying combat lifesaver supplies, then I would say this might be the weekend you might want to put a couple tourniquets in your pack. Keep it with your car, maybe keep it on yourself. If you got a backpack that you're able to carry around as you're walking around, it might be the time to do it. I mean, don't go so overboard that you're wearing full body armor outside, but, and slinging a rifle. However, just, do it with some common sense. Don't give yourself away and make yourself a target. Try to blend in, be that gray man until the time to be a gray man's over. Do I suggest responding to some of this stuff if it happens? That's up to you. It's a personal thing. I would personally say I would respond only if I can make sure that my family, my kids, and my friends are safe. I can, if I can get them to a safe spot, sure, then it's time to engage. My duty is to my family first. So if they weren't there, yeah, I can see responding. But you also have to remember that police and EMTs are going to be there, and they're going to be the targets first. From the last report that was put out, they wanted to target cops, EMTs, businesses that they don't agree with, and loot, fire, and shoot. They want to engage a war. Now, do I see this happening? I guess I could. I just don't know. There's a lot of doubt in my mind that they would be this dumb to announce it all and actually go to war over it. I mean, a lot of these kids are from college, from failed professors and failed teaching. So, I mean, are they really going to want to shoot? Are they really going to want to kill someone? I could understand them trying to kill people because they're a little bit of a coward. I mean, you had people blowing up buildings back during the Vietnam era. I could see them trying to kill people with guns and try to mow down like an NRA convention, or try to mow down, a conservative thing like a church. But to go out and just start trying to shoot cops and cause a war like that kind of seems a little bit out of the norm for a college kid. I mean, I don't see them particularly lasting too long when bullets start flying back at them when the police shoot back. It just does not seem like a win-win situation for them. So I just want to make sure too that you, if you're going to go out, make sure that you have, extra mags. If you're going to go out with medical stuff with your family, make sure you have stuff for your family. Extra tourniquet for each member there. You don't know if, things do go crazy and someone gets shot in the leg or shot in the arm, or they're going around with machetes cutting things. It'd be a shame to lose your kid or spouse or yourself because you didn't come prepared and you wanted to go out. I think we have to look at it that way too. So, and I think the last thing I'm going to put too is just, let's see how I would put this. I would put it, this threat is coming, and I can see where if it doesn't happen on the 4th or 5th, it looks like there's going to be a civil war, in the sense that maybe it won't be based on race, but it'll be based on need. It'll be those who have against those who have not, which then I guess will fracture into race, because the minority side on the left feel they've been victimized, and they've been told to be victimized. So when they go out and loot and rob, they're getting back at everybody. So be prepared, because this is coming. The country has gotten incredibly worse. The economy is bouncing back, but people have gotten crazy. People do not like Donald Trump, and it's become incredibly violent, and turmoil is crazy. I don't think I've ever seen it this bad where, walking down the street in town or in a city could lead to this. People are beating the crap out of each other, or beating the crap out of people for wearing a Trump hat. And conservatives are under attack, and we're kind of a minority ourselves. So I just want everybody to stay safe, be alert, and stay alive. Make sure that you, I guess one thing too is if you got a cell phone, make sure you bring like a battery pack charger for it. Have that in your bag. That way you don't have a dead phone when you need to make a phone call for your kids or family. And 2, just go armed, be vigilant, be safe, keep your head on a swivel. Take a training course too. I mean, obviously you're running out of time now between now and the November 4th, but with the way things are turning, a defensive pistol course or a defensive concealed carry course would be ideal. Our carbine courses are pretty simple. We don't go crazy, go full Navy SEAL on you, but we are going to offer it to you. But stay safe, stay alive again, and thanks for listening. That's Josh out.